Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Vortex Slipstream Winners Bracket Round 3, where we will be having Trinitas eSports against Big Iron. I am Victor VTM, joined by Rydro.
Well, thank you for joining me to cast more games, and it's pleasure to be casting with you. By the way, Victor, I have been watching you before I get to have my chance here to cast. So I was like, yeah, this is going pretty good, and the games are also looking very promising. And um, yeah, this is gonna be like the winner bracket. So everything seems to be looking very promising from the games that I've seen, and it seems like a lot of teams are just doing incredibly well. So this is gonna be very exciting.
It really is, especially since we now have Trinitas eSports against Big Iron. So without further ado, let me ask you, Rydro, about your prediction. Who will be the one who takes this series?
Well, from my first prediction, I had it and it just went horribly wrong. Seems like I'm gonna have to guess here. Honestly, not sure what I should be expecting from the teams like Trinitas or Big Iron, especially since I have no idea like which players are like gonna be playing for which team. Um, I don't know to be fair, but since like Trinitas, I think like yeah they got a 3-0 in the previous series they played in, so I think I'm gonna go with Trinitas because they could be having some good momentum to be carried over.
This is the winners bracket round 3 as well, and we have Big Iron against Trinitas eSports. My prediction, it's very tight. It's very tight to decide who will be the one who be taking it home. Already Markfish in the production management chat is already saying that it's going to be lit, and I do agree with him. And to be honest, it's going to be tight, but I have to go against you, Rydro. I believe Big Iron will be the one who moves on after this day.
Well, only way to find out is to go and start the season, see how the team's gonna be playing against each others. But uh, that's gonna be interesting because I honestly have no idea what to like how to predict like the series result. I just like yeah, I chose Trinitas to be winning, but I don't know. It says like from the way you were talking, it's already showing that both teams are like gonna be like at around the same level, so it should be a close series. Like I don't know, maybe like a game five because so far on stream it has been two sweeps, and maybe this is gonna be it. Maybe this is gonna be a game five series. You never really know.
Maybe a Game 5 series with a reverse sweep, but without a further ado, let's let the team show what they are capable of doing. This first series, Trinitas. Beanie is in the way. Clowny Boy trying to just clear it, but Tommy is in the way. Miotis going for a shot. Trinity will be there with a save. Now Beanie keeping up the pressure, trying to find his teammates, but Clowny is there with a clear.
Yeah, so far Big Iron they seem to like they're having more ball controls, especially offensively. They're having a lot of attempts like in their offensive plays and trying to find each other still with the passes, but nothing so far seems to be getting connected. And we also get to see another attempt here, and a shot can be blocked here by Miotis. So we're still like in 1 minute to again a lot of pressure, and again like they really need to find the clear and also that kind of counterplay. But really good showing from Big Iron so far, like especially offensively, they're having lots of control and they're just looking really scary from the start.
Apparently, we weren't like the casters, no one could hear it, but as I was speaking with the information, Tommy is the one who strikes first for Big Iron. And Big Iron will be taking the lead, but going back to what I was about to say, we didn't really Cheese forgot to unmute us on Streamlabs, I believe, so no audio came from when we were talking, and
Oh no.
it was very unfortunate to see that in the production management chat, but it is what it is. It is fixed now, and let's jump straight back into the action as Beanie now trying to clear it into the middle. Clowny with a brilliant clear. Tommy sending it back into the blue half. Trinity putting it to the corner. Beanie is in the way, but Clowny will be blocking the shot. Mutus trying to go forward. Pass blocked by Trinity. Now Tommy getting 50 by Trinity, but Beanie will be the one who sends it into the corner. Now Clowny taking the ball up. Will he go for an air dribble? He does so, but getting blocked in the process. As Trinity also getting blocked. That will be dropping. But Goldie is there with a save.
So far, it has been a lot of defense from Trinitas. They still didn't really manage to break through and have something really threatening. Like, so far they got 5 saves, and I think that already sums up the situation of this game. Big Iron, they're just being relentless, and right now they're also getting their physical plays going against them. But Trinity with a big counter play, and we get to see a quick answer. As I was like speaking of how Trinitas, they have been maybe way too defensive, but it had to be Trinity to prove me wrong here, and we're gonna have a tied up game in the middle of game number 1.
Unfortunate. Just an open net for Trinity, and Trinity will happily do the equalizer. But as we speak now, Clowny going for a double touch without any boost to work with. Taps it a bit too high. Trinity going for a pass into the middle. Mutus is there with a block. Tommy with a shot a bit too wide as Clowny will be taking the clear. Mutus is there with a shot a bit too high to the backboard. Goldie will tap it to the corner for Clowny, but Clowny will not find the touch. Beanie, a pass to the middle, but no one from Big Iron is there to follow it up. As Mutus now pops it to the middle, dangerously in front of his own net, but his teammates will be helping him out.
Like, maybe less than 2 minutes, and a really good shot here from Benny, but it's gonna go a little bit too wide, and Clowny Boy already on the clear, but not a lot of boost remaining in the tank. They're still gonna go for a solo play, but it's gonna be denied. Benny still keeping the game tied up, and 1 minute and a half remaining right now. We're seeing both teams having really good attempts against each other. They're having the shots, they're having the counters too, but Clowny Boy, decent shot on net, but it's not gonna go in. And Trinity with a follow-up, and Trinitas, they go on the lead. It's a little bit of a slow progress, but it's still showing right now, and they managed to steal the lead from Big Iron. 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Let's see what Big Iron they could do right now to bounce back.
What will Big Iron do? How is their response going to look like? It's going to be interesting. 1 goal separates them from overtime, and as we speak now, Trinity with another shot. Tommy with a backflip, but Beanie is there with a save. Clowny already on the counter attack. Tommy with a shot, saved by Goldie, but Mutus is quick on the ball, but Clowny will be sending it away. Now Tommy taking the ball, clearing it down the field. No one from the orange side to follow up, apart from Trinity in the blue side though. But Beanie now on the backboard sending it back. Tommy with a shot, a bit off. Will he put it in? No, Clowny already quick on the defense.
Yeah, quick rotation coming in from Trinitas to maintain that 1 goal lead right now. 30 seconds left. There is no room for mistakes, because whenever the ball is just like left without anybody to challenge it, we get to see a more threatening plays, and Tommy chasing the demos right now. We're seeing a lot of physical plays coming from them, but so far it's like none of them came down to be a bit more productive. They're kind of creating the gaps, but they can't really make the most out of it. Less than 10 seconds left right now, and Big Iron, they really need it, because they had it on the start, but right now it's a whole different story, unless we get to see something crazy to happen right now, because the ball is still alive.
The ball is still up until the ball drops. That's when the game, as I was speaking, the ball drops. Trinitas eSports will be the one who takes game number 1. That was very great performance by both teams. But Trinitas eSports is the one who will be coming out as the better team for this game. Now, Rydro, any thoughts about this whole game?
I mean, Trinitas, they have been defensive like from the start, but then like later on they showed us like a whole different kind of performance. Maybe they needed to see what their opponents they're like able to do, and they wanted to adapt to like change their play style according to their opponents. And like in the end, like Yeah, I feel like compared to 5 shots, compared to maybe 11 shots from Big Aaron, it seems like Trinitas, they had better quality shots and more of a threat in their attempts compared to Big Aaron. Like, yeah, Big Aaron, they had a lot of offensive pressure from the start, but uh, like out of all of these shots resulted in only 1 goal. It really shows how Trinitas, they're really good at defending. And even, like, yeah, they could resist an insane amount of pressure against them, and it was like still a close game. Let's see how Big Aaron gonna be responding back because they had the momentum at the start, but then like later on, it's like it's Trinitas' game.
It really did. Big Iron already. The equalizer goal for Trinitas last game was because the net was just wide open, which was very unfortunate, just showing that Big Iron was playing a bit too aggressive. But now we move on to game number 2. It's going to be interesting to see how Big Iron will, respond to the loss that they had in game 1.
Yeah, we have seen like in the previous series, like game 1 loss when it's like it's very close. It could be hurting the mentality, but there's still a lot of time remaining, so there is still some hope. Like they had really good plays and everything. They looked really promising. And right now it's a fresh start. It's 0-0. So it's gonna be very interesting how both teams gonna be playing like because yeah, Trinitas they had really good plays in the end, but let's see if that momentum really gonna continue on. And yeah, so far like 1 minute in, we haven't really seen that much of a threat, but Goldie with a shot, but Trinity is there for the follow-up, and they're gonna be the one to start this game off, and they already have the lead.
Unfortunate miss by Mutus, and as well, Tommy just being caught off guard by the bounce on the backboard. Goalie couldn't find the tight angle, but Trinity luckily is right there to just be the janitor and just sweep it in, just putting it in for Trinitas eSports, which now is leading by 1 goal. It's going to be interesting to see how Big Iron will be responding to this.
And like right now having 1 goal lead, let's see if that's gonna give them that confidence that they're really looking for. Good attempt here for a passing play, but seems like nobody was there to have a follow-up, and Goldie with a solo play pokes it high. He goes for the second touch, maybe even going for a fake, but Benny with a save here, just keep it away from danger, and now Cloney Boy seems like he's getting his turn. What a stealing shot from Cloney! That was insane. That was like a really clean play from Cloney. Like, yeah, we have seen that solo play. It didn't really end up being a goal, but they were like still offering something else to have something flashy to walk away with. That was incredible.
Clowny, you are nuts, mate. Great ceiling shot, just showing everyone that he's mechanically skilled, and that's just the player that we need on the field. Not scared to take any chances, just to keep up the pressure, and just while being like at the right time, at the right place. I said it wrong, didn't I? Anyways, it's very interesting now. 2 goals is what separates the 2 teams with less than 3 minutes left on the clock. How will Big Iron respond?
Cloney Boy in the middle, just getting decent block, but yeah, we're like kind of halfway in right now, and for Big Iron, we still haven't really seen that first goal yet, and seems like they can't really find their footing yet, and Trinitas having solid control and looking extremely dominant, but we can have a momentary 2v2 here after the demo, but Cloney Boy big 50 here, it's gonna be solo play. Could he find the next dunk, but gonna be cleared away for now, and Trinity already up in the sky, just going for another follow-up, trying to get the ball in the orange side as much as possible. Really good upfield pass, but nobody was there to collect it up, and right now Tommy already at the counter. It's gonna be Miotis, but can't really find anything done here. And now Goldie, and we're seeing a lot of demos, like offensively and defensively too, from both teams, and it's kind of looking like a war zone right now.
It's looking a lot like it's very tight, but as I speak, the ball is just bouncing in front of net, and Mutis will be the one who is going to shut down that lead of Trinitas eSports. Great shot by Mutis.
It's quite tricky when you have the ball just going against you like that, and it just bounces up the crossbar, yet it stays like halfway in and halfway out. Like it kind of causes the player to have their brain to be freezing for a moment, like, yeah, what they should be doing to get it out. But the follow-up and the punishment was so quick from Mutus, and having the game to be one goal closer right now toward the comeback. And this could be the start of it. This could be the start of Big Iron to be changing this all the way around. And Goldie's still going for more plays, but right now it's going to be Tommy denying all of that play, and they're already in the counter going for a lot of 50s. And again, those demos are just happening and creating a lot of gaps in the field, and um, a lot of aggression coming from both teams too. Trinity with a solo play, it's going to be denied again by Benny. Off the ceiling, he goes for the pass. Miotis didn't really find the touch, and now Goldie doing a really good job at those clears. Like, those clears are the exact things that Trinitas they're really looking for, because it's helping them out a lot to resist the pressure that they're going through, because they just like boom the ball from their own side to all the way like really far, and that's gonna be, you know, relieving a lot of pressure, and they don't really have to deal with a lot of it.
No.
But what a play here! Like, they still managed to recover and maintain that 2-goal lead. 30 seconds left, but still they have a lot of pressure going on against them. It's a matter of time when that defense can be breaking down. Let's see if Trinitas they can be holding on.
Oh dear, oh my. Trinitas eSports just dodged that dagger brilliantly as we move now down to the last 10 seconds. As Trinity now trying to kill the ball, just killing time currently, and the ball might drop. It will drop, and Trinitas eSports are the ones who claimed game number 2.
I mean, that was impressive. That was insanely dominant performance from Trinitas. It's like they were like shutting down everything, like defensively and defensively. Like, they're doing a really good job, and they kind of made Big Iron look like, yeah, they were like not really trying to get anything done. Like, yeah, if you want to look at the shot, they still had a couple of things done, but it's like none of them seems to be memorable enough. Like, the quality of the shots, like, yeah, did it really seem to be that much of a threat? We have seen Trinitas kind of crumbling in the defense, where they double committed and like also left the net wide open or something, but they were like still to uh they were like still able to fix up their mistakes really quickly and able to recover and be in the defensive spot to make sure that your net is going to be covered. Right now, like for Big Iron, they have no choice but to give a reverse sweep done. And right now, we also get to see another 1-goal game. So it's like always being close, but for Big Iron, it seems like whatever that they're throwing at Trinitas, it just like in the end, doesn't seem to be enough.
It does indeed look like it's not enough. I mean, Big Iron, they had like over 9 or 8 shots on net, and only one of it actually went through, while Trinitas had less and actually put 2 in, which is impressive and all. But now we move to match point for Trinitas eSports. Will they shut it down right here, right now, or will Big Iron stay alive in the series? As Clowny now picks up a save, but Tommy won't leave the ball alone as he keeps the pressure for Big Iron. Benny now going for a clear, trying to pass it down to the middle, but Trinity is there with a save. Mutus can't get it past Clowny, as Clowny can't get it a good flick enough. Benny with a fake flick as well, but Trinity is there with a save. Mutus passing down to Tommy. Tommy to the middle, but no one is there by the orange side to follow it up. Now Tommy going for a clear down to the middle. Benny with a pop. Tommy no boost to work with. Faking out Clowny, but Trinity is there with a save.
I know that's such a shame for Big Iron. They had like a really good chance to get the goal here, but he was like kind of watching the ball dropping down as he was like being helpless about that, like letting the gravity to do the work. That was like a wide open net, but the chance just had to be let go. And we're like maybe 1 minute and a half in. We have seen like promising offensive plays coming from Big Iron, but again, that didn't really seem to be enough. Maybe they just need to have a little bit of a better boost management right now, because they really need to find a way to keep up with a speedy offensive rotation, because they really need to get something done. They have always been the team that is responding back right at Trinitas. They haven't really been able to get the first goal in any of those games that we have seen. So they really need to get something done very quickly so they can have their confidence right back.
Mutus now under counter attack, gets a past one, can't get past Clowny. Clowny with a shot, Benny is there with a save. Goldie has to leave the ball alone as Trinity nearly puts it into his own net, but makes sure that it goes very wide. Benny up to Tommy, Tommy taking possession, going for a pass, possibly taps it down. Now Mutus just bumping Tommy. Goldie now taking the ball. Mutus is interfering a lot. A demo comes through by Tommy, but got a Clowny. Is the ball saved now as well by Tommy? Now Benny trying to regain the possession. He does so, but Goldie is there with a clear. Clowny with a shot saved by Tommy as the pressure is just piling up here by Trinitas eSports.
Yeah, it's just gonna continue on, but Trinity, he's being the third man right now. They're just kind of being aware of those booming clears, and Big Iron, yeah, they managed to get a decent clear to get it out of their own health, but it's still like, okay, 2 minutes left right now, and we still are seeing a lot of insane pressure. Both teams are just doing very well defensively, and especially for Big Iron, they have definitely stepped up their defense, and it's just like what's left right now is the offense. We really need to see Big Iron like stepping up and surprising us with maybe a nice passing play or something. We have seen them going for solo plays, like especially with that fake, I believe from I know one of the players from Big Iron earlier, but for Trinitas, it's like they have maybe more offensive strategies. Like yeah, they're able to go for mechanical plays, like that ceiling shot coming from Cloney and the
No
ball gonna go in.
way!
What a play! What was that?
What was that? Indeed, Trinity will be the one who strikes first and extends the lead, or actually grabs the lead for Trinitas Esports. And now it is 1-0 for Trinitas Esports in match point for them as well. 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the clock. How will Big Iron respond to this?
It's definitely a difficult question right now. Like 1 minute left right now, so they're fighting for it right now. They're doing their best, but again, it's like in the end that doesn't really seem to be enough because Trinitas, they're having solid defense. Like we have seen them, even when they're like crumbling, they're still able to keep the ball away and they're able to, have those counterattacks. They're able to have booming clears that's gonna allow them to reposition themselves. And in every game, they manage to score first right now. And Goldie just still going for maybe a bit of more passive plays. I think yeah, they got like that 1 goal lead. They don't really have to force anything to happen. And Miotis with a tight save right now, just keeping the hopes alive with 1 goal down and not a lot of seconds left right now, but they still need to find that boom clear, and they're still struggling when it comes to the boost management. So their counterplay is gonna be slightly more delayed, and Miotis can't really find the read of the backboard, but the pressure is still there. Less than 10 seconds left, and Benny trying to gain some control, flicks it to the right side right now. Benny still keeps it high. He goes for an air dribble. This is
No
gonna be a
way!
last shot, but it's gonna be denied. And Trinitas, they take it in a sweep. What a series!
3 sweeps in a row now in this whole series. Wow, the winners bracket has been very, very promising indeed. But my oh my, the games were really close though. Like Trinitas Esports at the beginning looked like they were going to be having a tough time in this game, of course, but then they somehow just managed to pull themselves together and just started dominating, and that's another sweep in tonight's stream. So what are your thoughts about this whole series, Rydro?
I mean, it was incredible. Like, especially that eligible play from Big Iron. Like, that was like the play that could have put them to stay alive in that series, and that could have been um, maybe that's overtime to like maybe even win that game and like have their reverse sweep. But that one hurt a lot. That was like really exciting, but unfortunately didn't really happen. But again, Trinitas, like I said, they're really really good defensively. Um, Regardless the pressure that they have to deal with, they are still able to look really, really strong. But we get to see another sweep on the stream, so I really wonder which series and which team gonna be breaking that curse for now, because this is like the third one in a row. But yeah, even though it's like 3-0, like it was like one goal games. We have seen a lot of one goal games in those sweeps that we have seen in the stream. But uh, yeah, I mean, it's like in the end, one team has to win, of course. But yeah, GG's. I think both teams did incredibly well. But in the end, it just had to be Trinitas being the better team.
Indeed, it had to be Trinitas eSports, but that's it for the winners bracket for tonight. We will come back at 8:15 p.m. for the losers bracket rounds, and that this is going to be your last stream, well, your last showing for tonight, isn't that right, Rydro?
Yeah, I mean, even though it was like, yeah, it's probably short because of the sweeps. We haven't really seen any game five or anything, but that was like a lot of fun. I mean, the games were like really, really exciting. Like, we have seen a lot of high quality shots too. Like, for example, that ceiling shot too, from Cloney. It's probably like one of the best goals that we have seen so far. And most importantly, it has been a pleasure to cast with you. By the way, Victor, had like a lot of
Thank
great
you.
times, and same thing goes to Moses. Maybe I kind of forgot to thank him earlier before he's gone. But yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys. I know, I think, yeah, we're going to have a break. But yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna have
maybe.
a break, so don't go anywhere and just refill your snacks, come back with new soda, and we'll be right back at 8:15.